Yo everyone, today we're going to continue from last time CTF and use pre-signed URLs. It's a feature of S3 buckets which is going to allow us to access internal AWS resources through a proxy. So a proxy is a very sneaky way to get access to those internal resources. It's going to allow us to get the flag, so let's just go. Okay, so we figured out that we're working with amazon.com/Coretto. Here we are. What can we do with this information? Because, let me see. This is the issue that came up. So when I clicked on, there was an issue here, wherever it was, I kind of lost it now. Error. Here it says error something, but it wasn't the error, it was somewhere in here there was a link to this issue, to this GitHub. Amazon.com, Sunboot, path library, whatever. Application name. We have this going here. But yeah, there was a link to the thing that I am now using. This. What exactly is this error? Unfortunately, only contain the download URL of the latest release. Respective Coretto repositories. What's going on? /actuators/env. Give me a sec. Yeah, so the bucket name is leaked, which is important, but we still can't access this bucket. If I try this in my terminal, good point, maybe in my terminal works. Access denied. It's still access denied. It's an EC2 instance, Linux. And so the application probably gets AWS credentials for the EC2 instance profile. Makes sense, because that is what's actually accessing the S3 bucket. But the actuator configuration is the vulnerability. Why? Every actuator endpoint is exposed. Correct. We were seeing that prior to this. Secrets are not hidden. Okay, this is important. Health info management endpoint show values. Never. So I can enumerate them, which is this exactly what I get. What are the interesting ones though? Okay, so beans is an interesting one. I didn't know that. Config props didn't show much, but okay, mappings is useful too. Okay, let's see, because I was only looking at this one so far. Mappings. Okay, this tells us a lot of things. What if I search this? Nothing about this. Amazon, yeah, nothing. It's got a lot of stuff over here. A lot of endpoint related things. Mappings. And what is the other one? It was beans. What What is this? Okay, so we know there's a lambda function. Look at this. Class proxy and configuration lambda. So there's lambda functions going on. Dependencies, aliases. This is a huge file though. Do you have anything? Just AWS, Amazon. Nothing. Singleton. Okay, so you have singleton. What else? SSL meter binder. Jackson. These things don't really make sense to me right now, but it's certainly useful that we have all this. JVM Infometrics, MVC configuration. Okay, so yeah, there's a bunch of things here which don't make much sense to me right now, but it's gotta be somewhere here, the issue. I need to find the EC2 role. So, okay. IMDS. What is IMDS? From the EC2 instance itself. Oh, I see. To IMDS from the EC2 instance. So I somehow curl the EC2 instance. What if I do this? True. What if I do this? Well, how did they get the IP address though? This is not getting anything back. Nah. This is not. Where am I at? What's going on? What happened to? Somehow lost everything for a sec. What's going on? What do you mean welcome back? What's going on? What is this? Why am I having to do all of this? I was literally here a second ago. I was here a second ago. So, S3 website URL routes. Can reveal all of these things. Cool. Right now I'm here. Mappings. Find EC2 role. Yeah, this is the important part. I did a curl command and it failed to connect. Key discovery here. Proxy uses this. IAM role. We get the access. So the mappings show the proxy endpoint that fetches from S3, does it? Interesting. So we need to go there. Mappings. Actually, let me. Nah. Okay, so mapping shows the endpoint that leads to S3. If I do S3, nothing shows up, so that's great. What would it be? Would it be the lambda then? Because the thing is, there was a lambda somewhere near too. Jakarta, servlet, form content filter. Yeah, this is just a bunch of endpoints. So as we can see, we have some of them which are just like, some of them are just slash actuator slash something, but then we've got some very weird thing going on here with all these slashes which don't seem to be any reasonable endpoint for us. So yeah, it's really a bit of a mess. Slash sbom slash id. Slash env slash caches thread dump. loggers, info, caches. Let's see. Info. Nothing. Nothing. Chainly. The important thing is at the bottom. The application has a custom endpoint / proxy something. So Spring Boot proxy endpoint fetches a URL, and S3 bucket uses EC2 IAM So we need to understand how the proxy behaves. So what if we do this right here? What if we do this right here? This seems very feasible. We're basically just passing as a proxy in the /proxy route a URL. This isn't gonna work because you can't just have this within it. I'm pretty sure, but we can give it a try. Likewise, nothing's stopping us from trying, right? So we're going to copy. We're gonna copy this one here. Put it in here. And now that we have this, we can delete. Well, let's try. This is not gonna work, I think. Or is it? Because that would make sense. If the proxy use a URL, we put the bucket, but what's going on? Do you have a intercept is off, so this shouldn't be an issue. What's going on? Serious? Google search works. Damn. Google search works. If I do this with the proxy here, what happens? This here. It just doesn't load. Very strange, it's not loading. Actually, let me do something. Let me put intercept on and reload this. Damn, man. Need to copy paste this again. Okay. Okay, let's go. So we have this. I put the proxy in there where it says proxy. Search. What is the request that's happening? We're getting proxy this. Seems to be working. And what if I forward it? It just keeps loading. It doesn't give me anything. So what if I try without this? Like this. It also doesn't work. What's going on? Why is it not working? Does this endpoint even exist? Like, it doesn't load. Like, no way. This is why. Hold up. No, this works. If I do /proxy, what happens? Has no explicit mapping. So it doesn't exist. What's going on? Because now it's actually working, kind of. If I copy this again, final. Is it because I'm using HTTP? Is that why? Let me just do without this. Challenge 01.cloud champions. cloudchampi.com. .403 forbidden. Oh, okay. This makes more sense. So we're gonna have 403 forbidden because this URL cannot just be accessed like that. So if I do the same thing now, let me intercept. I do this. I don't know what was happening before, but see, now we're actually getting this much better. We forward. Go down here to the final things. We got HTTP okay, but here HTTP error 403 forbidden coming from the proxy trying to access the S3 bucket without the valid credentials. This is an issue. Okay. Yeah. The proxy should be accessing with the instance rule, no? So yeah, it's still a bit uncertain here. And we have the proxy implementation actually. No? But I would need to have file access, which would be tough. So I've got to try. Think about this, right? Service has request forgery from the proxy. I don't know what this IP is that AI's got, though. Doesn't really make sense. So hold up. So where we are right now is we got a 403 by trying to use the proxy. Let's give another try, but this time with let's go step by step. So let's try with the US East 1. So same thing. We have a HTTP error 403 forbidden when we try to access it with the proxy itself. So the issue is, yeah, we still need to figure out something about the CC2 instance. Thing is, what is this IP? Where did you get this 169.254 to 169.4? Instance metadata service. Ah, that was the IMDS. Okay. So you're telling me that this would work. This would actually work. Let's turn off intercept. I don't know what's going on. Host is down. This host is down. HTTP console search. So this host is down. When I try to access IMDS, it says host is down. Try to. Ooh, it requires a token first. I see. So that should be it. Newer instances have a more protected way because they use a token. But usually I would be expecting IMDS v1 here. Metadata IP is just one of the internal services people test when they find necessary on AWS, which makes sense. When I try to access, it says host is down. I tried using the proxy to access the bucket, and and I got 403 forbidden. So that's the situation right now. So this is inaccessible, and yeah, we're getting a 403 forbidden. Let's see what else we have in actuator. We can see sbomb /1. What will we try? sbomb /1. What? What else? Metrics. Thread dump. I don't know what that'll be. Thread dump. Thread pool executor, which is just something that does stuff in parallel, essentially. So many threads working in parallel, they take tasks from the thread pool. So that's just doing that. But yeah, this doesn't seem anything relevant in any kind of way. So what's going on? Host is down. This will fail if IMDS v2 is enforced. Okay, yeah, that's could be, but we still have a 403 forbidden. Is the proxy using EC2IM, or should making a raw HTTP request? This would be a normal one, which doesn't use AWS credentials, but clearly this one does. If I get the example page, it's just forwarding HTTP. I'm not gonna try this though, because I know that doesn't work already. This in hex notation. Actuator /beans. If there's no SDK, it's probably not using them. Fair enough, because beans is what then? It's like the dependencies, or? So, hear me out. There's a easier way of testing this. We literally just... So we've got this, but instead now we're gonna do proxy like before. Proxy URL equals that didn't work. That also didn't work. What's going on? Okay, if that didn't work, we need actuator /beans. Look, if you know what to do with beans, you tell me, because to me beans is just a bunch of too long. What are you complaining about? What do you mean too long? What you mean log in? I've been logged in. Logged in this whole... What the Okay, it's too long. You're gonna let me delete it then, at least? Thank you. I'm gonna try again, because I don't give a... Okay, yeah, it is too long. I'll do like some of it. Wise the message would be too long. Oh, this is bugging so much for no reason. Look at this. I've never seen this be like this. I've entered this response 20 years ago. Situation is, yeah, we need Nah, this could still be relevant. What you mean? There. Such conditions. What do you mean conditions? Conditions for what? Missing bean. This is some Java BS. This is literally some Java BS. There are a few important details. There are a few important details. What's going on with this? S343 is useful. You're not authorized. What do you mean you're not authorized? Yeah, I know. So useless, man. No. No. This is all so dumb. Config probe said nothing. Yeah. Application exposed actuator endpoints. This line. It isn't. Strong boot normally asks for mask values. It's the most interesting part. Results are actually useful. It says host is down and proxy to bucket gives 4-3 forbidden. This is just giving me bull. Okay, we're gonna get this. Actuator. Env is useful, but it doesn't give us anything. I already gave env before. I repeat, this is env. And IMDS is giving host down. So there's no point in trying to do /proxy this. There's no point because there's no point in trying here 169.254.169.254. There's no point. One 69.254 69.254. Okay, hold up. Hold up, because this 169 thing now it's giving something different. Latest / metadata. Like this. Get a 401 unauthorized when trying to access IMDS through the proxy. When trying to access IMDS through the proxy. So that's no longer host is down. Yeah, what if I try this? Before it was saying host is down. This is annoying as hell. Like, if I start getting these inconsistencies, how am I supposed to? Just straight up doesn't work. Host is down. What the hell? What the fuck? Need to get a token. How do I get a token? Okay, I do this. Can I do that? No, I can't. This is also some bullshit. It's not even loading though. What's going on? What the Response is a token string. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I need to use that token. Allow arbitrary HTTP methods and headers. Let's get this, come on. The application itself has AWS credentials, so we don't really want that. No endpoints. S3 through the proxy. What? It's just giving me failing things right now. There is nothing working right now. This clearly isn't working. Thing is, it doesn't finish. Instead of saying host is down, now it's just here. How am I supposed to know? It just keeps going. But then... So if I open in a new one, but now it says host is down. Before it doesn't say host is down, do this. Fuck. Host is down. This one doesn't work either. This one would be nice to work. Because this one, if I get a token, I'm good. Can't even get a token. What's going on? See? Now it continues forever. Try again. Try again. This one continues forever. It doesn't say host is down. Do HTTP, host is down. What is this? It's crazy, bro. Host is down. I really don't see this. I really don't see this. What's going on? If I try this on another browser, because right now this browser. Okay, this here it also doesn't work. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Same with this one or what? Can't connect to the server. Nah. This is not the way. This isn't the way. Also doesn't work. See what else. Host down. IMDS token flow fails. The EC2 instance has this disabled. HTTP endpoint disabled. So this will fail. Strongly suggests proxy does something like this. Okay. I already checked /actuator /beans. Too much equals bucket, but the bucket isn't public. Oh my, this is just going back and forth at this point. I don't like this back and forth. /env. That's it. Don't give hints for things we already know. Yeah, okay. The interesting target is the bucket, yeah. This doesn't work either, fam. The app exposes an endpoint that performs S3 operations using its own credentials. How? How do I do that? Could this be useful? I found it in one of the paths. Okay. Is this JVM exposing standard Java system properties? Okay. Application specific files. How do I get access to this home? Like, what do you mean home? Beans. Hold up. I'll show the rest of the beans because that could be beans. Bottom part of the file. It's really not doing its thing. Honestly, Gemini. What? What? The most interesting thing. Test outside of Java. Thing is, this thing doesn't. It's not a thing. It's not a thing, man. If I do this, it's not a thing. So command of is a big clue. How do I check IMDS stuff if I can't access it? The instance isn't mine. What the hell? This is nah, it's messing up. What is going on? Nah, this is tripping. This is tripping. My battery is. Okay, we're back here. We need to really figure out what is up with all of these different, what are they called? Actuators. What are these actuators? What are these different paths that lead from actuator? You have actuator, then we can go into different paths like EMV. EMV over here. Well, what is this? Right? What is this? We've got to figure it out. So, you have all these paths. Let's do something with them. So I have an S3 bucket which in theory is accessible via proxy, but I'm getting unauthorized access denied, perhaps that's denied due to the lack of credentials. Yeah. Due to the lack of credentials, where am I? Due to the lack of credentials, where are my where are my what am I looking for, man? But the proxy is a Spring Boot application with some visible actuator paths such as the following /env /actuator/env. So this is how you guys go to prompt AIs. So when you start prompting AIs like this, they understand. And we get places. Keep winning. Oh, it says it can't. It's for a CTF, man. You're gonna have to help here. What? Fantastic to understand how cloud misconfigurations, open actuators or SSRF can chain together to escalate privileges. Okay. Heat dump or the proxy routing end up giving you the Asia credentials. What is the heap dump? What? I don't know what happened here. I hit a roadblock. Wait, I do have a thread dump. Actually, don't I? If I go here to... I actually do have a thread dump, guys. So this is actually clear points. If you guys check here and I go on /actuator, I check here, there is a thread dump. So if I go on the thread dump, we get some interesting information about line numbers, errors potentially, identity hash codes. I don't see anything too crazy. Let's speed it up with AI. Here is the thread dump. It's good that we have a higher context window here with Gemini. If I did that with this one, it would be shouting at me. It's because I have the pro version, potentially. Okay. I had the wrong endpoint. I just need to change the request from this to... It's very common. Okay. So sheep dump, but I didn't see that one. But does it exist? This one doesn't exist. Vibe hacking, guys. These are the possible endpoints. Here they are. Dump the mappings. This is the thing, the AWS metadata API does not work for me.
Yeah, we get to the same thing. Okay. Let's try mappings. Yeah, I do want. If you're gonna help me parse the mappings, it's gonna speed things up, which is exactly what I want. Like, why wouldn't I? Help me. Help me parse that. From your target. Comprehensive list. Look at the handler class name. Have this, examine the predicate. Serif and cloud metadata, retrieving the credentials. When I try searching in the browser, it fails. Constantly looping, and if I click enter again, it says host down. Link local address, it only inside the local network. Successful relays. I see. I see. But I already tried this one, didn't I? Also, why 8080? Why 8080? Why are we doing 8080? Yeah, we gotta see why we're doing 8080. Because it doesn't necessarily work, right? Doing 8080. Let's do 8080 or something. Champions.com. Can keep the portal though, I don't think it will. Wait. 01.cloud champions.com. I do this, and what if I try again? Just doesn't load. Doesn't load when I try that either. Doesn't load when I try that either. Really gotta get this to work. These guys are getting way stricter with this because before guys, this would be possible to be just enter. They do less documentation. What is it? This is not easy, fam. This is not easy. Access denied. How do I enter this? I'm gonna enter. I don't care. I don't care how late it gets. I'm doing this shit. Welcome to the proxy server. How is this gonna help us? This has to be where we get help. I'm gonna just keep forcing. Just go to keyboard /actuator/pins. We're figuring this out. I don't care. No, I've got this. I'm that. Figuring this out. Proxy is filtering the IP. Proxying a known safe external site. There is a block list in place. No, but I already tried with slash proxy URL equals. What if I do HTTP? Did I try with that? Slash proxy URL equals HTTPS. HTTP equals HTTP colon slash slash. And why is it with brackets and stuff? Is that to avoid the... Is that to avoid something? If I do like this. Oh. HTTP colon slash slash, I don't know. After doing gave 400 bad requests. Yeah, right? If I let me try, if I put here intercept to see what happens when I request this. So it's this request over here. I forward it. It goes through to the 400, and if I check here the last one, I'm gonna get a HTTP bad requests message. Nothing else really. Okay. Rejected the request before I even tried to process because the format was malformed. With just the domain, what do you mean? Restricting URL encoding. Because the proxy isn't doing proxy. The proxy isn't proxying right now. That's the messed up part. Proxying, not proxying. Just isn't proxying. I don't get it, man. I tried this and the page just doesn't load, keeps spinning. What if I try with that syntax, this one? I don't think so, but we can give it a try. Let's give it a try. We try everything here. We try everything. Come on. Here, HTTP. It's getting late, fam. Oh, I don't care, man. I eat whatever. My days are long. Okay, we've tried this. Oh, this is an issue, right? Maybe. No explicit mapping. Okay, this one. Nope. How can we... The issue is that when I access this, that's the issue. Black hold. No outbound. Local file inclusion. Standard Linux file path to proxy to see if it reads it. Really? No way. No way this works, right? Let's try. Try everything here. There's nothing that isn't worth trying. No. Proxy passes along headers and different request types. When I tried, okay. When I tried file, I got this. Okay, so that's something. The endpoint is acting a certain way. What is it saying exactly? It's telling us expected value. Check IP.amazon.aws.com. That could be a useful one though, couldn't it? If I do this. Let's try it out. When I did check IP, I got this. I got this. What if I do this one? Because why not? Keep trying stuff. I'm not even never give up. Never give up. I never give up. See, you ask it, it tells you. Public IP address of the EC2 instance. So this breaks the challenge wide open. The custom error message gives us the solution. Proxy can only be used to contact host names that match IP addresses or include this. So what if we use that one here? Let's do it. Let's grab it. Delete this part. .403 forbidden though. What if I do that one? This gives 403 forbidden. Proxy gives this. Fuck. Explain the mechanisms behind. Anonymously sending requests. It's anonymous. But if you sign it so that I am, it becomes unanonymous. List object and get object. Where can I find the credentials? In the actuator. Gotta get the security done. I don't care, we're getting it done. We're understanding it fully. Here we understand security fully. With full strength, guys. Let's get this. We need it. I'm gonna figure it out. I don't care how much it takes. We're gonna figure this one out. And we're gonna keep going. Yeah, gotta keep going. Have to keep it going. Uncovering input capabilities, okay? Finding security posture. What do you mean? Endpoints and secrets. Token generation, okay. Thing is, this doesn't work, man. This doesn't work. Can try this in the URL thingy, but whoa, this is a different one. When I tried 405 not allowed, what? Challenge proxy. Gave me 405 not allowed. Needed to bypass. Oh my days. Why, fam? Why? Metadata service. No. No. This is for CTF. Like, what's going on, man? Come on, we've got this. What you mean? Go commands. HTTP put request. Because web browser send GET requests. Okay, that's why it's giving me a 405. I need to look at the custom error message. Headers, different request types. So I need to use curl to send the put request with the header. Okay. So how is it? How do we do a curl request, fam? Actually, I think I got this. Come on, we got this. So I need to send a curl request with this URL. It's not contributing. Curl, come on. You gonna help me? No. Okay, it's fine. We'll get there. Curl. Here, look, perfect. Curl this. Damn. Give me the curl command to do the put request to IMDS v2. Perfect. Thank you. See, someone's contributing. Curl-v-x. Alright. Curl-v-x. Curl-v-x. Like that. Put. Yep, something like this, but I'm gonna add some quotations. Let's do it. Into S. No, it's fine. Let's figure it out, eh? It's gonna work. It's gonna work out. It's gonna work out, guys. Challenge 01. Okay, challenge. This.com/proxy.com/proxy. Guys, sometimes I feel like just typing. Just typing, no copy pasting, you know? Sometimes I feel like it. 254.169.254.254 slash latest slash API slash token. Okay, what else is missing? What else is missing? Backslash dash H. That's how it is. Backslash dash H. Now what? That's the header. Yeah, that's the header. Perfect. The header is gonna be X. This one I'm copying X. AWS metadata token TTL. Beautiful. We can finish that off like this. What's going on? Is it because of the bracket type? Damn. Could be. Let's try with the other ones. Let's try these quotations instead. Try these quotations like this. Okay. Oh, this is why I forgot this one here. Maybe these quotations would have worked, but now that we changed these three, we're gonna change this one too. Boom. Like this. What do we get back? Authorization required. Resolved. Boom. Handshake. Certificates. Proxying into this. We're putting 401. Authorization required. Send this. Okay. Hold up. Pissed, man. I sent this. It got back. I want to change the name because I don't want them to know that it's this. Gotta say just like challenge proxy. Got back. This after the proxy. Doesn't let me send more, are you serious? What the hell, man? Why, fam? Why? You really not gonna allow me? Fam. It's being a pain, man. After the proxy. Yeah, assess it, fam. Assess it. Come on, assess it. Header show that 401 error is being generated by. Header indicates that Nginx is acting as a reverse proxy and has been configured to require HTTP basic authentication. What? Like proxy or restrict specific HTTP methods before it reaches the backend. Okay, I actually didn't have username and password. Wait. I got a 401 back. How do I add username and password headers? You do not use them. What? That's if you. It doesn't let me post it, fam. Stupid shit. What's going on, man? Do I have at least images I can do, bro? This is disgusting, fam. $401. URL rejected malformed input to a URL function. URL rejected malformed input to a URL function. Rejected malformed input to a URL function. URL rejected malformed input to a URL function. I'm not talking to IDM MMDS. Huh. So here's the thing, the screenshots I just sent came from doing accessing IMDS v2 via the proxy. That's the thing. Giveaway is where do basic auth credentials come from? The credentials I'm given as part of the challenge. That's something that's true. Credentials I'm given as part of the challenge, right? Some point over here. What? What the hell? With curl, the simplest way is I just put -u. Really? Okay. Before the put or what? Yeah. Has to be it. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Come on. Username, password. Just like that, yeah. Now I got this one. HTTP error. I got this one. After I fixed the auth issue with the proxy itself, doing basic auth. Guys, look, the fact that I'm using AI is because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not like I'm great at this, but I'm new to some of this Java stuff, so I'm figuring it out. Man, look at her. Leaves your machine. Okay. With no backslashes. For real? Why no backslashes? Let's do it then. I go back a token. Let's fucking go. Now what do I do with the token? This I'm getting somewhere. Do I do with the token? This is what I love, man. We're getting progress. Now I'm gonna pass it again, but like this. Fam, we're getting there. Challenge proxy, we're gonna change that. The encoding there is not really needed, but if it's there, it's there. That's how we make progress, man. .com/proxy, boom. This security credentials, boom. Yes. I'm so good at this. So good at this. I am so good at this. Where is it? Here. Security God, guys. Security God. Now what? Now it says 4-1. Ah, I know. I know. Because I didn't set the username and password as I did before. And also I didn't have quotations. Last time I did quotations. But we can try without quotations if it works. Curl is beautiful, guys. Curl is beautiful. I'm gonna fix this. Getting closer every time, man. Curl. Where are my credentials? Here. We grab them. We use them. Easy. Go to 200. Basic. What's going on? 4-1 unauthorized. Hold up. Let me put quotations just in case, because that's how I did it last time. And honestly, this whole like I don't like it. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. Well, I do how it worked last time. I don't want here no switches. So here, even here, like I'm gonna put it how it was. :// %2f is slash, guys, by the way. :// %2f is a slash. So every time you guys see a %2f, now you know. Replace it by slash, it's the encoding for it. Like that. Now I get a 401 unauthorized. What? What if it's without the %? Huh? Got something back. I got this. What's this? Yeah, it was without the %. What is this? Challenge 01, this. What's going on? What's going on? Is my camera good? Camera's good, okay. Okay. I need this. Beautiful. 5. Is this a different one or is this the same thing? It's a different one. Watch this be it, man. Watch this be it. This could be it. Huh? So I go back a bucket name. Call back a bucket name. But I put that in. .cloudchampions.com. What if I put it here? 5592368. Remove this even. Just gotta try stuff. Error, no. But here. No such bucket. What do you mean? Okay. We're getting closer. We're getting new information. It's fine. Come on. Instead of a JSON block, I got back this, which is not a there, and no such bucket exists after checking. Bucket exists after checking. So IMDS is interesting. Okay. It's an IAM role to the EC2 instance. That's how it's named. Okay, that's how we did it. Now I gotta request that role. Now I gotta request that blood clot role. I add it to the path. That's how we do stuff, man. Let's fucking go, man. Yes. Makes sense now. It's starting to make sense. IMDMS is a service where we can get the credentials, but we need to know for what. What, is this enough? Yeah, hell yeah it is. Hell yeah it is. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this, guys. This is how we AWS things, man. Break into AWS, but yeah, we're gonna talk about that. When it's most configured. Beautiful. We got it, fam. We got it. Now we're basically there. We're basically there. Once I have them. Exactly. How do I configure my local AWS CLI to use those temporary credentials? How do I configure my AWS CLI to use temp creds, bro? You understand me? Like, we talking bro code here with gems. Stuff is hard, but if you keep going, you get there. Security, you gotta know that. Okay, so it's easy. Fastest way, we just export them temporary environment variables. Makes sense, honestly. Yep, I'm gonna do that. Easy thing. My bad. I need to actually put the genuine one. Asia here. Easy. There we go. We exported that one. Now the secret key. Okay, secret key. Here. Which was the last one? What is it called? Session token. Let's put it in as well. Session token. I'm gonna put this long token over here. That's present, so we're gonna just boom. We're gonna grab all of this. We'll put it. These are temporary because usually I'm using my my usual AWS account. Now we're granted other ones, and once we do this, I just have to check if we have to run AWS configure or some login again. We have to confirm that it's picked them up, which makes sense. Just to check. Do we have this new ARO? Is that the same thing here? What? Yes, perfect. Now I can run this. We're gonna get our thing, man. Yes, finally. Yes! Gotta get hello.txt. How do we get the thing, man? I don't want LS's. I want... Is it file? S3CP. Instead of LS, it's CP. Because I'm copying it to the terminal or something, I guess. Huh? CP. What? Oh, and I need to do a dot here? For what? Download. LS. Do I have that or no? Oh, yeah. Well, you're joking, no? Wait. Can I do... Hear me out. Can I do ls-a? Because what's going on? Oh, no. We just need to go into the private folder. Yeah, hold up. ls private. This guy's really trying to... Yes, fam. Yes. Too good, man. Private slash... Forbidden. How do we copy? It's forbidden to copy the flag. So, when copying the flag, when doing the cp command on the flag, is there a sudo thing in S3? Don't come at me. When doing the cp command on the flag. What's going on here? When doing the cp command on the flag. When doing the cp command on the flag. It's checking my IP address. What the hell? So I got this, but it's slapping me with a 403 forbidden when I try to download it. Originating from my local computer. Instead of internal AWS network, it rejects it. So I have to somehow use the proxy with these shits. Oh, right. What? Generate a pre-signed URL. How does that work? So I mathematically sign the S3 download link with my temporary credentials offline, and I feed them exactly into the proxy. That's what we have to do. Okay. Pre-sign this. Let's do it. I'm gonna pre-sign it. And I can access with the proxy with that specific URL because it knows I have the credentials, but through the proxy because it passes through the internal network. That's tough. That's the type of stuff that you stay up late for, man. Private. Like this. Give me that link. Look at that link. Now I just have to put this into the proxy. Now all I have to do, I don't even check no Gemini. I've got this shit on my own, man. Pass this. Put this into the proxy. Where's the proxy at, boy? Where you at? Proxy. This deletes. We don't want no stupid thing. Here. Proxy. URL equals this. What do you mean by request? Taking the piss. Piss take, bruv. Nah, you know what? I'll just do it through the terminal because I've got it. Curl. I had it right here. Look at this. But I don't need none of these headers. But I will keep the username because that was useful. So I'm going to just delete all this. Delete all this. Perfect. Now remove all of this and replace it with the URL I have just above there. Bad request, why? URL encoded. Oh, because I have to prevent it from breaking. Why? Because it has some weird ass characters, yeah. So I have to URL encoded. Okay. You know what? I'm going to tell you to give me the URL encoding. Actually, no. Yeah, I will, no? Yeah, genuinely will. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it, fam? Oh, I'm looking at too many things. Where did I do this? I pre-signed it. Where do I pre-sign it? Here. Here. No? Yes. This is the pre-signing. Here. URL encode this. Give it to me. Give it to me URL encoded. What do you mean decoding? I told you to encode it, brother. Breath. What's going on? Encode it. Not decode it. I don't care because I achieved this. This is what I need to do today. Come on, I need to lock and load, man. Gotta get this done. Validating the encoding. Okay, whatever. You didn't give me it. Okay, there it is. Pissing me off. Okay. Here. Should be able to put it here. It's too much, wait. / proxy URL equals this. Ladies and gentlemen, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. We have the flag. Flag was actually so easy to. Certificate. I don't need no certificate. Gotta stay humble. Guys, so this is how it did today. So today was a CTF, which was pretty tough. It was AWS CTF. And guys, the way we did it is, how does it work? So we have a proxy, which is communicating internally with an EC2 instance that is accessing an S3 bucket, okay? This S3 bucket has the flag we need. The S3 bucket is not open to the public, no nothing, but with an actuator, which is the Spring Boot application exposed the endpoint, we managed to basically figure out that we're using this thing called IMDS. And using this thing called IMDS through the proxy, we can basically see all of the credentials. How do we do this though? We get the token, we get IMDS, we see that the EC2 instance row is called a certain way, so then we can access it. We get those credentials, and from there, we can basically see the contents of the S3. Now, what's the last thing we had to tackle is that the S3 bucket itself did not allow us from our machine to just access through the public internet this S3 bucket using S3CP. So what we had to do is generate a pre-signed URL since we have the credentials, and then use that via the proxy, because the proxy accesses it internally to get the flag. So that's what we did. Went around a lot. And AWS, where is it? This? I don't know. AWS, what is it? IMDS. I don't want to stay here for long, okay, guys? Like, if you don't want to leave. But yeah, it's basically this, which now is the IMDS v2, which is why we had to do this token thing before. Instance metadata service. It literally tells us all the data from the service, which is, I don't know what this is too good with, because see, susceptible to SSRF, which is what we did. But the main real vulnerability in our case is this whole actuators endpoint was just giving us all the info. If we didn't have that /actuators, we wouldn't be able to do that. So yeah, thanks for watching. This was a tough one, but we saw a lot, we learned a lot. So stay tuned for the next CTFs. I'm out.